and I'm getting mighty tired of your trifling ways.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Just Dana. I appreciate y'all stopping by and checking out today's video and being a part of the content we produce on this page. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. And stay in tune with your boy. Go follow me also on Instagram. I just started a new page under the name of Just_Dana. Please go follow. I'll be dropping exclusive content that doesn't necessarily always make it over here to this platform on YouTube. Also, I have a very special EDC coming up, which is going to be talking about some of the considerations with carrying your gun and riding your bike. That was definitely an adjustment for me that I had to make. How much does it cost to own a bike like this? There's some modifications I've made. There's some things I've done to this bike that you might not necessarily do to your bike, but you want to get a ballpark of where these things actually fall in terms of financials. Once again, we're here with Olympus, and I have it wrote down so I don't miss anything. I'll talk to you guys about a breakdown of the pricing with owning something like the R7. Now, bear in mind, the R7 is not the top of the line bike. Olympus here cost me $8,999 retail. You add in dealer fees, tax. I did put an extended warranty on this, like a little service plan, extended service plan warranty thing. I went in with a 699 credit score, and I got like a 5.5% interest rate on it over 5 years. This bike came out to around $13,000 when all of that was added up over 5 years and split out amongst payments. My payments a month are $215. I basically pay $250. We then have like your gear. I have 3 helmets. Those totaled up to about $1,500. Helmets don't have to be that expensive, but me personally, I wanted helmets that had certain graphics on them, and I wanted helmets that were reputable in terms of like their safety, their quality, the features they offer, like Bluetooth capability. So the insurance on this bike, I went with Progressive, came to about $1,300 a year. Really a little less than that, but I'm just rounding up. I have 3 jackets. My 3 jackets, an Icon, a Core-Tech, and like a custom-made leather jacket, like a Yamaha style jacket that fits this bike, kind of modeled after this bike. So those 3 jackets all together cost me a total of about $700. My 2 pairs of gloves came up to about $100. A decent pair of riding gloves, and I wanted them to look great, so they had certain kind of stitching and patterns and colors. Aftermarket mods is a big place where I spent a lot of money. As you can see, I have an underglow lighting kit in here. This underglow lighting kit cost me $20 on Amazon. Very cheap. I also have brake socks, which cost me $15 on Amazon. These are Domo Kun brake socks, so they're like a very special, popular character out in Japan. We also have a Shogun frame sliders right here, which are protection for riding accidents and things like that, as well as crankcase protectors. Together, those cost about $275. The 2 brother exhaust cost me $750 off Revzilla. You add in the tax and all that, you probably got a little over $800. Aftermarket windscreen, which cost me about $65, $75. I have a smoked integrated tail light, as well as I have a Fender Eliminator on the back of my bike. $250, $275 for those 2 together. Our custom plates, which cost me $150 just to make custom plates, not including like license and registration. We have a dyno tune that we did on here. The dyno tune was the only piece of aftermarket parts on this bike that I couldn't personally install and do myself. So he dyno tuned, changed my oil, changed my air filter, and he did a suspension adjustment on the front and the rear of my bike for me to match my weight and my height, which is beautiful. We also have flush mount turn signals. So these here are not the stock signals. They come with like these little pointy things that stick out. I took those out and installed these. They do glow blue. Is my key in there? Yes. So they glow blue. So I have those on there. Those cost me about $70. And remember, none of those things are something you need to get done on this bike. So you don't really have to include them in your price analysis unless you just want to take bits and parts and pieces of them. Once I got this bike, I started wanting to motovlog and kind of add that content to my channel. So I did invest in a GoPro. I have a Hero 5 with all the accessories, you know, the cases, microphones, all that jazz. So all of that stuff came up to about $350. The MSF course, which is a optional thing you can do to get your license, mine was $50. I also own 2 backpacks. Those cost me $100 a piece. And then you have your cleaning and maintenance materials. So we're talking about like chain lube, polish, your little air gun to get in tight spots, your brushes, towels, as well as like my ratchet tool sets, all that, my torque wrenches. Those are all tools that I never even had before owning this bike. So I spent roughly about $450, maybe $500 on just tools and maintenance materials. Now that does include like my rear stand that lifts the bike up so I can get under it. That comes out to a grand total. If my math is right in my notes, and I might look foolish when I do the editing, but if my math is right in my notes, this comes out to a grand total of around.
When I came down, I'm trying to make y'all understand what I'm saying. Oh, it looks like I'm all right.
17 grand. So let's just round it on up and say 20 grand to own a motorcycle like this. So I thank y'all again for checking out today's video, and I'll get back at y'all on the next one. All right.
And I'm getting mighty tired of your trifling ways.